What's up, guys? Ben here bringing you another video today. Interesting weekend coming up. I'm recording this on Friday morning, and we have two major tournaments happening this weekend in the Call of Duty space, amongst what is really going to be like a great weekend for esports and sports in general. Let's talk about those tournaments, some of the people playing, my predictions for what's going to go on. Let's hop in. Okay, first tournament we have coming up is going to be at Esports Stadium Arlington in the Dallas, Texas area. The TST boys, Team Summertime boys, so Hitch, Blake, and George are hosting a series of different stuff going on that weekend. They're calling it the off season. And this is all going to be for charity, by the way, in support of Movember, which is a very good charity that covers suicide prevention. So definitely, if you have an opportunity to contribute, they're going to have incentives for that as well. More importantly, for this video, we have a $25,000 Black Ops 2 invitation with some pretty big names scoring up in a 4-team double elimination bracket. And I got to say, I really like how they did the team comp for this event. Obviously, people would have liked to have seen some of the throwback teams, but Davis, aka Hit, just kind of talked about this in the past, the difficulties and sort of getting like all of the quality Black Ops 2 squads like TK and Complexity and Farico together. So instead, they've gone for sort of this mix. I think most of these squads have like two really solid or three really solid Black Ops 2 players and one younger player who maybe didn't really compete during that era. So for example, you see that team at the top, you got Scump and Big T paired off with the twins of Alec and Preston. Honestly, I don't know who my favorite is for this tournament. You know, I know Alec has especially been grinding a lot of tournaments and throwbacks the last couple of weeks, and Don's usually pretty good in these as well. I think the team at the bottom might be my favorite team. Envoy, JCap, CRIMSIX, and Aches. Obviously, you got two of the members of the Complexity duo. Envoy coming up his Call of Duty champs ring, and Cap obviously coaching them as well. I like that squad, but bro, all four of these squads are pretty good. Like Bows and Killy, you know, they're going to come in with the strats. You know, Clay's going to have the fire with Zin. There's some comedy on that squad. And obviously the squad in blue, you got Rambo, Karma, my boy Teep, and of course you've got Donnie Temp. So interesting squads across the board. 4-team double elimination bracket. I believe that kicks off Saturday afternoon. I'll be covering it live on my stream. Probably watch partying it with a few of the folks that you know and love. So excited to tune in for that one. And here's the schedule, by the way. All times here actually, I believe, listed in Central Time. So this tournament is going to kick off in the afternoon. You'll notice that not all of the Call of Duty stuff is listed here. I believe the way they're going to do it, and I think Davis had a post on Reddit, which you can see here. This is the schedule and what stream you'll be able to tune into. So some of the matches will be on the TST Hitch channel, and two of them on the first day will be on Scump's channel. So excited to look forward to this one. Going to be 4 matches on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, but I assume you could have 3 if someone does, you know, come from losers and maybe win that first best of 5. You never know. So excited to check this tournament. I legit have no idea who's going to win, but I assume it's going to be comedy. Hopefully get some good listen-ins. We will see what they put together. And next up this weekend, we have the second edition of Call of Duty League Resurgence. The first one was on the Alcatraz map, and so this time around they're doing it on Fortune's Keep, which I'm really excited for. Fortune's Keep, great map, should make for some better gameplay this time around, and I actually think that some of the participants are a little bit better this time around. So there's been a whole stretch of qualifiers leading up to it, and it's sort of a sample of how that works. And then this weekend, they basically have split everybody who was qualified to the final stage into 2 semis. Those semis will go through and play 5 maps. Scoring is similar to what you've seen in other tournaments as well. You get a point for each kill. There's multipliers depending on placement. So you can't really camp and try and get first place. You got to actually come out here and get some kills and place well if you want to maximize your points haul. So anyway, you get 16 teams in each semi. 8 are going to advance through from each semi to the finals. So 5 maps to figure that out. And then 16 trios will play 8 maps, and the winner will get, I believe, $30,000, $10,000 per player for winning, which is pretty good pull on the weekend. Pays out all the way to top 8 there. So excited to see this one. Let's talk about some of the squads competing in this tournament. We'll start out first with Semi A. You're going to see a mix of like teams that qualified in. I think some invited teams in CDL squad. So there's going to be a lot of interesting names. I mean, I see a lot of S&D stars like Z Colors and Believe, who have been grinding a lot of Warzone as of late. Couple of really interesting names. I think towards the bottom of this list, if we take a look here. So the LA Thieves squad of Rated, Apathy, and Slack. Who would have thought? Ryan Apathy and Jerry Josiah Slack representing LA Thieves. What a development there. They're playing more recent. I actually really like the squad. App and Jerry have been grinding a lot of Fortune's Keep lately. They're pro players. They've got Gunny. Like, all things considered, especially in a fast-paced game like this, Fortune's Keep is pretty quick. Like, I expect them to do pretty well and get to the final. So looking forward to that squad. You've obviously got the Seattle Surge squad of Breadman Wars and Joe O, another really good Warzone grinder squad. Curious to see what they can do. Another team I think looking likely to make it to the half cutoff here, top 8, and make it to finals. Other squads I'm looking at and thinking they have a pretty good chance. We got the Las Vegas Legion squad with Skullface, Azoka, and Mayopo. Again, another really good set of Warzone grinders. You got the LIG squad. This is a couple of names y'all are probably familiar with. Unrational, Huskers, and Scummin. Really good squad. Scummin's pretty solid at Warzone, to be honest. I'm kind of underselling that. You know what the rest of the other two bring. So this is another squad I'm expecting to make it to the end. We got Juki's team with London and Shifty. A lot of mainstay regulars in major tournaments. We've obviously got Bitful, Repulse, and Super Evan. That's a god squad right there, to be honest. Another team I'm expecting to make it to the final. So all in all, first semi, a lot of really good quality teams, but you never know. One of these sort of open qualifier teams might sneak through and really make noise in this tournament. And if we take a look at the Semi B breakdown here, at the bottom, looks like Nadia has been invited to this tournament, so I'm sure a lot of eyes will be on her and her squad. Atlanta FaZe, Swag is pulling up a Booyah and Lucky Cham, and so that's an interesting squad. Curious to see if they can qualify into the final. Aiden's got his boys in here representing New York subliners. We got a Z-laner in the boys pulling in through, so two really good Warzone squads right there, and we followed up with a few more. Almond, Tommy, and Noobs. That's a trio y'all are probably familiar with from the Warzone grinders over the last year and a half. Another team I'm expecting to make it through to the final. Florida's got Major Maniac, Bracken Havocs, their CDL squad rep, and I'm curious to see how they do in this tournament. Other squads I'm looking forward to in this semi. FaZe Blue once again calling in from the Open. Curious to see if him and his squad can make it to the finals. They did, I believe, qualify through Open for the last Resurgence tournament. We got Finessing squad, a bunch of Warzone grinders there, so curious to see how they do it. And Veileds in this tournament. So I think this semi's kind of a little bit wide open, I think. A couple of squads I expect to do well, like Almond, Tommy, and Noobs, probably Z-laner and Aiden, the boys, but a lot of open spots available. And again, as we've discussed, 8 will qualify from each semi. We'll get to the final of 16 teams. They'll play 8 maps, and then the winner will go ahead and walk away with the $30,000. So I think from sort of the broadcast angle, I'm curious to see how they cover like all the action in Fortune's Keep. It's a pretty quick map compared to your normal Warzone map. So curious to see how they use replay and a few other things to kind of tell a story. It's very difficult. So this game, unfortunately, does not have a spectator mode. I think that would be very helpful. And hopefully they add that in Warzone 2 and beyond. For now, we'll see what they do. And I'm excited to tune in and watch. That'll be going on this weekend. And that's it. 2 big Call of Duty tournaments going on Saturday and Sunday, on top of, honestly, dude, like there's crazy college football games on Saturday. You got the NFL on Sunday. You've got MLB playoffs going on. The NHL is back. Really just for anyone that enjoys sports and esports, a lot of really good stuff going on this weekend. I even mentioned League of Legends Worlds going on. Like it's just, there's so much esports and sports, man. I can't keep track of all of it. Let me know in the comments what you're watching this weekend. Should be a really interesting one as we get towards the launch of Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, with that in mind, if you love the content, smash that like button. Obviously, subscribe for more content. We'll keep pushing out for you guys. And always, we will see y'all in the next one.